Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Chrono Cross walkthrough. Just going to allocate some elements here at the beginning of the video. To be honest, I probably could have just cut this stuff out, but I'm not going to. I actually kind of wanted to show you guys a little bit of how I have my elements set up for the time being. So I've got Lena as kind of I guess my buffer right now. I'm gonna call her. So as you can see there, I've got what is it? Two bad eyes, bad eye -3 equipped on her first tier, and then I think one strengthen. Now I haven't actually played around with moving those buff type elements higher up in the elements, or into higher tiers. I just don't know if it does any good, like if it makes them last longer or anything like that. Again, I haven't tried that out at all. I have no idea whether or not that actually affects it, but my impression is that it doesn't affect the duration or their effectiveness. Again, I could be wrong. I haven't actually done any research whatsoever. I haven't tested it out myself. I have no idea, but as of right now, I'm just, kind of putting them, I guess, as early as possible, just because I like to, use them pretty much right off the bat. So I'll, attack once with Lena and then use Bad Eye, and then on Surge, and that's just kind of how I'm going about it. But anyways, all right. So we're on the I think this is the Zelbes, right? Fargo ship, obviously under attack by undead, and basically we're just gonna go from room to room here. I'm generally just gonna fight everything and collect all these what was that, aqua ball? I think that's the tier 3 blue element. It's looking like I'm going to equip that. I guess we'll see here. There it is. Yeah, aqua ball. So that's the tier 3. I don't know. As far as elements at this point, to be just completely honest, I barely use any right now. So again, in previous playthroughs, I typically stuck to attack style elements, but this time around I'm going heavy buffs instead. So again, I guess just keep that in mind. But anyway, so Surge is going to do crazy damage here. Like I said, actually, I believe in the last video, the majority of the enemies that we're going to be fighting here are black innate. And so he's going to, be doing a ton of damage. So that'll be good. It'll be real good. Being that he actually, to be honest, he does really good damage regardless, but here it's just gets a little ridiculous. All right, so we're getting some extra stats here because we recently got a star. Who was that? What was it, Polly, I believe, and Fargo back to back. Like I said, unfortunately they're back to back, so I didn't get to do my stat boosts in between, but that's okay. It'll be alright. Alright. Alright, so what do we have here? Oh my gosh, all kinds of enemies here. The only thing I would say that's really actually annoying about the battles here is certain enemies will use Hell Soul, and that's the black element that just randomly will one-shot you. So that can get a bit annoying. Typically I think Surge is the only one that's got a revive element equipped right now, which is fine. He's, got a really good amount of HP, although I guess now Glenn is technically beating him now. Unfortunately, though, with Hell Soul, it doesn't matter how much health you have. Like I said, every once in a while it'll just kill you straight out. I don't know what the success rate is, but it's annoying, obviously. But it's just kind of something that we'll have to deal with. So, let's see here. What else? Obviously, white elements. You're equipping white elements if you're not you know, maybe if you don't have like you know, iron weapons at this point, you know, you'll want to probably go with a lot more white elements, just because, you know, those are going to do a really good amount of damage, and you know, your physical attack might not be as good as what mine is right now. You know, if you're cruising around with copper weapons still, so that can help. That can help, you know, maybe alleviate some of the issues caused by not having upgraded weapons. All right, still getting some more stats here. I always like to see that. My impression here with this game and the way the stats work is that there's almost like an average, and there's kind of an average for actually every star, not just, you know, once you get to the end of the game, but you know, just the way the RNG works in this is everything's kind of averaged out, and you know, eventually your characters will be really, you know, kind of like I said, their stats will be averaged out. Now, I don't know. I'm still going out of my way, you know, to make sure I'm getting plenty of random battles for all of my characters in between the stars, when possible. Obviously, we've run into now a point in the game where you know, we couldn't get stars in between, and they were back to back, unfortunately. But again, that's just something that you have to deal with. But yeah, so like I said, you know, my impression again is that the stats all average out eventually, but I'm kind of going out of my way to really see what I can do, and I'm just kind of comparing between previous playthroughs that I've done, as well as you know, some videos. I like to cruise around on the YouTubes and you know, look at kind of where stats or people's stats are at different points in the game, and but yeah, like I said, anyways, my impression is that they all kind of balance out eventually anyway. But like I said, I'm kind of going out of my way to get those random encounters in between. But yeah, I don't know. It's been going good. It's been going really good. I actually, to be honest, I feel like in this playthrough, Lena seems to have really good HP, and you know, I don't know what else to really say about that. I just feel like in all my other playthroughs, I just vaguely remember her being really weak, and that doesn't seem to be the case at all. So maybe I just had a poor opinion of her for whatever reason, but yeah, she seems to be doing just fine. Anyways, all right, so we're gonna, being that there's a locked door downstairs. I don't know if we actually can get in there. I don't think we can, now that I think about it. I think there's just some areas that we can't visit quite yet, if ever, actually, to be honest. Alright, sword dance. It's kind of a rough skill, especially if they use that on Surge. That'll do a really good amount of damage to him. Alright. I don't know if you guys have noticed so far, but I believe I've been getting a bunch of iron. So let's see. Well, I guess just leather and bone for this this battle, but I think iron might be a rare drop from some of these enemies, and I spent a ridiculous amount of time. I'll be honest, it was just a ridiculous amount of time here, and the reason being is we're going to actually get Pip here in a little bit, and Pip is a very interesting character. He's, yeah, I don't know how else to explain him. He's quite unique in that he can actually evolve. He's got a bunch of different forms, and so the thing is though with or how to in trying to make him evolve, you have to use elements in battle, and unfortunately it takes a long time, and so I decided to evolve him right here and now. And so, you know, that extended my duration in this area by quite a bit. And actually, the good thing with that was that I ended up walking out with just a ton of iron. So, I guess keep that in mind. To be honest, you really don't need that much. Unless you're doing something crazy like trying to equip all of your characters, as you get them, which I can't recommend. But if that's something that you want to do, well, you'll want to spend a lot of time here too. But all right, anyways, moving on. We've got a bunch of flaming garbage on our way, so we're gonna have to find a way around. Good old flaming garbage. It's probably not a great thing to just let be. Feel like we should be trying to put that out on what appears to be a wooden ship. Anyways. Excuse me. Alright. Another group of enemies bites the dust. Yeah, actually, wow. Now that I'm watching these battle results, it doesn't actually seem like I'm getting all that much iron right now. And maybe I'm fighting the wrong enemies. I'm not sure, but eventually we'll get there. What am I doing here? Oh, that is made out of steel. For some reason, when I was watching her in battle, it looked like her weapon was made out of copper, but that's not the case. So I must have made her up a weapon before I came in here, which is obviously a good thing. Get some use out of that. Like every time she hits an enemy, I just want to yell out, "She's making soup!" I don't know. I'm weird like that, I guess. What do we got here? Alright, so, use a little eagle eye here. We'll see. I don't know how necessary it really is to use a lot of elements in these battles. Like I said, so Surge is already extremely powerful, and a lot of these battles you can just mash the X button, to kind of get through it sooner. Okay, yeah, he did shred that guy big time. That was kind of nuts. And that's kind of the cool thing too about using a Bad Eye is that way you can just use 2 strong attacks back to back. And it's extremely unlikely that you'll miss. Whereas, excuse me, if you try to use 3 power attacks back to back normally, there's a really good chance that you're gonna miss one, if not both. But yeah, like I said, I mean, to be honest, most of these battles you can just mash the X button and the guys or the enemies will be taken care of. This almost feels like, I don't know if I'd say overkill, but maybe putting a little bit more effort into these battles than I really need to. Wow, yeah, strengthen too, huh? It's really going out of the way to power him up. All right, let's see what this does. 150? Oh, wow. Yep, 156. I probably could have done a strong attack and then 1 weak one instead of 2 strongs back to back. That was, that probably would have been a little more efficient, but oh well. It is kind of crazy though to see that kind of damage at this point in the game out of Surge's physical abilities. Now, granted, this is, Surge white innate versus black innate monsters, but still, it's pretty nice. All right, so that looks like the mini level right there, I believe is the term. So you could see there is a really good spread of stats between my characters. And I suspect that these 3 will be done now. They'll be maxed out as far as stats go. We'll see though. You never know. I'm fairly certain at some points I've had like mini levels and then, you know, gotten more minor stats afterwards. But I guess, to be honest, I really don't pay a whole lot of attention to that, just because you know, I've been going out of my way to just do so many extra battles, which by the way is pretty awesome for inventory purposes. Doesn't ever feel like I have to go out of my way looking for items, you know, especially to craft or anything like that. And when I'm, you know, I buy elements and whatnot, then I don't have to worry about running out of cash. So that's, I guess, one nice thing, but it's also very extremely, I should say, time consuming. So if you don't want to put the time in, then don't worry about it. Obviously, I don't know if I actually didn't mention it because I was too busy yapping, but in the other room there, you go in, you know, before you or I should say, in order to get across the burning garbage pile there, you have to go in the room, and then there's I think it's a duct, like a vent or something, and you have to actually, I think, crawl through that, and that's how you get to the room that connects to it. I believe the first time I ever played this, I had some issues finding that. Alright. Another one bites the dust. Leather. Where's all the iron at? What's going on here? Alright. A key? What? What key? What you talking about? Now, I think the key that he gives you, though, is actually only for one door. There was, like, what? At least three different doors? Yeah, I think 3 doors that were locked. And, alright, so let's crawl. Yeah, here you go. Crawl back through the vent that I was talking about. But yeah, so there's like 3 different doors that are locked, but the key actually only opens up one. So here yeah, it just says it's locked. Okay. And I don't think the key that he gives you is actually considered a key item. Haha, how ironic. A key item, get it? Okay. That was really lame. I'll admit that. Hey, not all of them are winners, okay? Wow, yeah, there's all kinds of doors. So that's actually, was that 3? No, that's actually 4 doors, technically, that are locked. And only, you know, this door coming up is the one that we can unlock. There you go. All right, so let's continue on. I'm going to just run past that wraith. And this deadhead, I think you can actually avoid him if you run to the right immediately. But, I don't know, who cares? These guys are easy. Unfortunately, though, these are one of the enemies that will use the Hell Soul ability on you, so keep that in mind. Take them down quickly. Yeah, wow. A weak and a medium attack from Surgeon. That's all it takes. There you go. There's the iron. Okay. So the deadheads have iron for sure. I would sure guess, unless I just got crazy lucky there, I would guess that that's their common drop, but this pirate here has, wait, what does he have here? I think he's got a drink. And gosh, I can't remember what it does, but I think it's got like random effects. And I think sometimes it'll poison you, sometimes it'll restore your health. But I didn't even bother. I just didn't really feel the need. Obviously, my characters are staying quite healthy. And, you know, being that I have the Recover All on Surge, Even if anybody does take damage, he'll just use that to, you know, recover health at the end of every round. So we're slowly but surely making our way. I'm going to avoid a couple of these deadheads. I really don't need to go out of my way, I don't think, to fight any more of these enemies. I'll be doing plenty of that off camera. And here is Pip. So you'll want to run and into him and interact with him. And you'll basically chase him around the hold. I think this is the cargo hold anyway. A little bit, and then once you've caught him the last time, he will finally join. And I think maybe it'll be the next video. I'll talk about Pip a bit, just because we're getting way too close to the end of this one to really have a meaningful discussion on him. And I think there's... Alright, so we got a couple of treasure chests here. There's one here. Obviously one up above. And actually Pip is back in the corner. Oh, looks like I'm going to have to do another fight here. Okay, what do we have here? Oh, just another wraith. That's that. Eat it. Alright, so let's grab this treasure chest here. I'm curious. Don't remember what was actually in this one. Graviton. Okay, I think that's a tier 3 black element. And Pip is actually in the corner. I need to go back down the steps here. Yeah, here we go. And there we go. Oh, okay. And chase him one more time, and now we've got him cornered, so here he will join. I'm actually just going to save right after this, and then, like I said, in the next video we'll talk a bit about Pip and the different things, or the ins and outs of Pip. But anyways, I am going to cut the commentary here, so I hope this guide was helpful, and hope you join me for more. Alright, thanks for watching.